In a previous video, we discussed the calculation of your net family property to figure out your property claims in your separation or divorce in Ontario. Hi, my name is Thomas O'Malley. I'm an experienced family lawyer in Durham Region and the GTA. I discussed a four-step formula to figure out your net family property. Your net family property is the net value of your assets and property after you have deducted your debts and liabilities. An example of how to calculate your net family property will give you a much better idea about this important concept in Ontario family law. The first step is to calculate the value of a spouse's property on the valuation date. In this example, John is a joint owner of the matrimonial home with his wife on the date that John and his wife separated. The date of separation is the valuation date for the purposes of this example. The matrimonial home has a value of $150,000. His interest in the home is $75,000 since he's a joint owner of the home. The matrimonial home was bought after John and his wife married. John has a pension valued at $60,000. He also has an RSP worth $15,000 and a second RSP worth $20,000, so that John's total assets at the date of separation are $170,000. The second step involves calculating the value of all debts and liabilities of the spouse on the date of separation. John, in this example, has a number of debts on the date of separation. The mortgage on the house is $110,000. This is a joint debt since both John and his wife are on the mortgage. Therefore, John's portion of the mortgage debt is $55,000. He has a car loan of $15,000. He also has total credit card debt of $6,500. He has another loan of $10,000, so that John's total debt on the date of separation is $86,500. The third step involves calculating the value of a spouse's property other than a matrimonial home owned by a spouse on the date of marriage, after deducting all debts and liabilities that the spouse has on the date of marriage. You deduct those from the value of the spouse's property. In this example, John has assets of $12,000 on the date of separation. He also had debts of $4,000 on the date of marriage. Therefore, the value of John's property on the date of marriage after deducting his debts is $8,000. The fourth step involves excluding the value of all property set out in the Ontario Family Law Act, such as gifts or inheritances given to a spouse after the date of marriage. In this example, John received an inheritance from his uncle in the amount of $25,000. This inheritance of $25,000 from his uncle is excluded from the calculation of John's net family property. How do we exactly calculate John's net family property? First, John's total assets on the date of separation are $170,000. Next, you have to deduct the value of John's total debts and liabilities on the date of separation. His total debts on the valuation date or date of separation is $86,500. Therefore, you deduct this amount from the $170,000 so that the total value of John's net worth or net value is $83,500. Then you have to deduct the value of John's property on the date of marriage after deducting his debts that he had on the date of marriage from $83,500. Therefore, you deduct $8,000 from $83,500, which equals $75,500. John's inheritance of $25,000, if you recall, is excluded from this calculation. Therefore, this figure is not included when you do all those calculations. The end result is that John's net family property is $75,500. I will discuss the next stage in figuring out the property claims in your separation or divorce in Ontario in the next video, but you can see how complicated it gets. Make sure you spend some time with your family lawyer discussing this really important issue in your separation or divorce. If you have any questions about your separation, divorce, or family law case, and you'd like our help, there's a few ways to contact our office. You can leave a message on my Facebook law office page, that's O'Malley Family Law. Visit my website at www.canadiandivorcelegaladvice.com or call me directly at 905-434-8837. We would be happy to speak to you. And by the way, did you know you can protect your family law rights and get essential information on settling your family law issues with your former spouse with the daily, indispensable family law advice and tips at my free Facebook group? Go to Facebook and search Durham Region Separation and Divorce Legal Support Group in the top search bar. You'll find the group and join. Thanks for watching this video and have a fantastic week. Take care, everyone.